We are continuing the factoring of polynomials, but in this video our specific objective is to factor the sum or difference of two cubes. So remember, sum means add, difference means subtract, so we're going to have two cubes that we are either adding or subtracting together. So some cubes that you're going to want to know. You need to know that 1 cubed is equal to 1, 2 cubed is equal to 8, 3 cubed is equal to 27, 4 cubed is equal to 64, 5 cubed is equal to 125, 6 cubed is equal to 216, 7 cubed is equal to 343. If you're not done writing those down, then you probably want to go ahead and pause this and then play as soon as you're done writing them down, because these are cubes that you definitely are going to want to know in order to be successful in this section. So we have two different formulas. One is for if we're adding two cubes together, and one is if we're subtracting two cubes. So a cubed plus b cubed would factor into a plus b. Notice the sign is the same. A squared minus the opposite sign, a times b plus b squared. If we're subtracting two cubes, a cubed minus b cubed, then this is going to factor into a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So the first set of parentheses, the signs are going to be the exact same. Then we're both going to have a squared, and then this sign is going to be the opposite. So here it was plus, here it's minus. Here it was minus, here it's plus, and then the last sign is always going to be plus no matter what this one looks like. So go ahead and pause this, finish writing down both of these formulas because you are going to need to know these in order to factor, and then go ahead and hit play when you're ready to. So we're going to go through a couple of examples. The first thing that we always want to look for whenever we're factoring anything is to look for a greatest common factor, or GCF. In this example, our GCF is going to be 4x. 4 goes into each of these evenly, and they each have 1x. So I'm going to factor out a 4x. What I'm left with is x to the third plus 27. Now when I factor a sum or difference of cubes, it's really important that I rewrite each one of these as something cubed. So 27 is the same as 3 cubed, so I'm going to rewrite that as 3 cubed. So I have 4x, x cubed, that was already something cubed, plus 3 cubed. So using my formula, x would be a, 3 would be b, so I'm just going to replace that in each of the steps. So I have the 4x that I haven't done anything with. Then I'm going to do a plus b, so that's going to be x plus 3. Then I do my first one squared, so that's going to be x squared. Then it's going to be the opposite sign, so minus, then a times b, so x times 3. Then it's always plus, and then the last one is going to be b squared, so 3 squared. Now I'm going to clean up some of this, simplify it a little bit. So I have 4x, x plus 3, and then I have x squared minus 3x plus 9. So this is my final answer if my goal is to factor completely. So we're going to go through another example. Looking for a GCF. Nope, don't have anything that goes into all of these evenly. So now my next step is to rewrite each of these as something cubed plus or minus something cubed. So the first one, 125 is a cube. D to the third is a cube. So this I'm going to rewrite as 5d to the third. Remember, when I take something to a power, I have to take both parts. So 5 cubed is 125, d cubed is d cubed, minus 8 can be rewritten as 2 cubed. So now I have a to the third minus b to the third. So my formula says my first factor is going to be a minus b. So I have 5d minus 2. Then I'm going to do my first one, a squared, so that's going to be 5d squared. Now it's going to be the opposite sign, so plus. Then I'm going to do a times b, so 5d times 2. Then the last one's always plus, and then it's b squared. So I've shown all my work here, where everything came from. I think it's important to show this just so you don't make silly mistakes. And then my last answer is going to be what I get when I clean all of this up. So I have 5d minus 2. And here, 5 squared is 25, so I have 25d squared plus 5d times 2 is 10d plus 2 squared is 4. So that's my final answer. This is factored completely now. So we'll go on to the next one. We want to rewrite each of these as something cubed. I think what makes this one tricky is trying to figure out how to rewrite this as something cubed. The 8 is pretty straightforward. We just dealt with that. That's going to be rewritten as 2 cubed. Here, when we multiply powers together, like m squared times m to the third, we're going to add the exponents together. So that would be m to the fifth. When we do a power raised to a power, so if we had m squared to the third power, now we don't add the exponents together, now we multiply them. So this would be m to the sixth. So we're going to use that knowledge right there. I'll go ahead and just get rid of that, but we're going to use that to help us rewrite this as something cubed. So we just talked about it. This would be the same as m squared cubed, because 2 times 3 is 6, so this would be equal to m to the 6th. So now I have a cubed minus b cubed. So I'm starting with a minus b, so that's going to be 2 minus m squared. Then I'm going to do a squared, 2 squared, opposite sign, so it's going to be plus, then a times b, so 2 times m squared, then it's always plus, and then the last one, b squared, so m squared squared. Then my last step is to just clean it all up, so I have 2 minus m squared. 2 squared is 4, plus 2 times m squared is 2m squared. Then m squared squared, remember you multiply the exponents together, so this is going to be plus m to the 4th. So that is now fully factored. Alright, here I want you to go ahead and try this one on your own. And then once you're done, I want you to go ahead and hit play. So pause it now, try it on your own, and then hit play. Alright, so hopefully you were able to finish this one successfully, and you remembered that your first step is the GCF. I'm looking for something that goes into everything evenly. If you did not remember that, you probably had a really difficult time of writing each of these as something cubed. So now that you have that, we know we're going to factor out a 2t to the 4th. That's our GCF. What we're left with is t to the 3rd plus 27. If you did not get this step correct, then I want you to go ahead and pause it now and see if you can finish it. And once you're done, go ahead and hit play. So now my next step is to rewrite each of these as something cubed. So I have 2t to the 4th, so that I'm just going to leave outside the parentheses. I have t to the 3rd, that's already something cubed, plus 27 I'm going to rewrite as 3 cubed. So t would be my a, and 3 would be my b. So I have 2t to the 4th. My first one is going to be a plus b, so t plus 3. Then I'm going to do a squared, so t squared. Opposite sign, so I'm going to go minus this time. a times b, so t times 3 plus, the last one's always plus, but then the last one's squared, so 3 squared. And I'm just going to clean everything up, so my final answer is going to be 2t to the 4th, t plus 3, then t squared minus 3t plus 9. So now it's fully factored. I think if you were able to get each of these examples correct, then you are ready to go ahead and get started on the homework that's to the right.